firearms from a very early age, and I went hunting and sharpshooting and done a lot of damage. And
So that's why I ask, how were you able to, this takes some
Would I-
courage, man.
oh yeah, I'd say from a very early childhood, like there was a knowing that I think all children are born with a knowing and I'm sure you know it also, because that's what attracted me to your channel. Your knowing. I'm going to mention another video of yours now, just to break away from the subject. A video that you made once about people bringing meat and eggs to church to get them blessed by the priest.
Mhm.
And I said to myself, holy shit, this man is awake. I can communicate with him. And that's when I really started like commenting on your videos, every single one of them that came out, saying what I think I could say at the time, you know? So I thought to myself, you're a man who from a very early age also grew up with a knowing.
Mhm.
Like, it's not a belief. Belief, you can believe the wrong thing. You know, I come from a place and you come from a place where half a mile down the road, people believe two different things.
Exactly.
You know, both are wrong, or one is right. Only one can be correct. But knowing is a different thing. And believing is the enemy of knowing.
Mhm.
And you just grow up knowing, and knowing that you get to know that how you are an eternal being.
I'm here. I'm
Hello?
here. Just no, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm just the camera goes. Yeah.
No worries.
So you're saying knowing the internal being. So would you say that throughout your life, the higher source has been leading you towards the information that you eventually found yourself in?
When you go looking for it, yes, for sure. Guide it in the right direction. I mean, uh, when could see how consciousness is pervading in every living being, I gave up meat eating that day. That's 40 years ago.
Wow. Wow.
Right? And started to learn how to make food that didn't involve animal slaughter. And
You just blew my mind, man. So you're like one of the first, because I've been completely vegan for the past 12 years, but you're talking 40. Listen, this is very interesting. Because like you live in a society where eating meat is prevalent and it's all around you, and how did you go through this? You say 40 years ago, like were people trying to fight you on it? Like, were you like, how did you stick to being true to yourself? This is mind blowing.
oh,
This
it
is amazing.
was it was it was very easy from day one. You know, uh, uh, like I gotta say as well, like because I grew up and amongst a family of hunters and neighbors who were hunters, and I was using firearms from a very early age, and I went hunting and sharpshooting and done a lot of damage. And
So that's why I ask, how were you able to, this takes some
would I
courage, man.
it's Yeah, because I totally changed my tune. And everybody still around me was still a hunter and a meat eater, and they would be making a joke out of me, but they always wanted to taste what I was cooking and eating, you know. So it wasn't that difficult. It wasn't that difficult. I didn't care.
No, because right now it's so easy, let's say, to be vegan, right? Like you even have all these different options. Like I go to Whole Foods, and there you go, there's all these different options. I have no idea how you did it back then, and being around like people that are eating meat and hunting, and this blows my mind, man.
Yeah, but I'd say at the time I was in London, and I it was easier in London, you
Mhm.
know, and there's a lot of Indian restaurants and Thai restaurants and good quality shops in London, so it wasn't difficult at all. There was many more in London. When I got back to Ireland, it was you couldn't go out and eat out.
Mm.
There was the bones of a turkey and or a chicken in every soup
Mhm.
that you in the in the local rest. It's different now. It
Mhm.
really has taken a turn, and it's happening everywhere. There's a push, but there's also
A hidden agenda there too, right?
yeah, well, on the political vegan side, there's a hidden agenda there.
Exactly.
But like I'm in France, and recently some Caribbean lady has opened a restaurant in the area
Hmm.
serving Caribbean and Asiatic food, and then some guy from California has opened a vegetarian restaurant in the area.
Wow.
Unheard of, unheard of. So it's a progressing thing, and young people, are more compassionate towards animals.
Hmm.
Older people are getting to know more about the poisons that
Hmm.
are in the beef and stuff like that, and the price of it is another thing.
I wanted to
So,
ask you, when you stopped eating meat, and from what I understand, for you it happened the same way with me. It literally happened overnight. Like when people ask me, "Oh, how did you go about it?" I keep telling people it's a true story. I woke up one day 12 years ago and I couldn't smell meat, cheese, not like it would, just like that. It just click of a finger, it happened. But I wanted to ask you, did you notice that you were feeling better? Like, did you notice that this was the right place for you to not eat meat?
oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And then I was also advised to, you know, detoxify, clean out my body a bit. And this lady got me on juices, fresh juices. So I went out and got a juicer, and I went through a whole summer of following a routine of fruit juices in the morning, vegetable juices in the afternoon, to the extent where I would sleep for about 4 or 5 hours a night and be wide awake again.
Wow.
You know,
I
it
always
was
knew
it
I
was
always knew you were my hero, man. This is another reason why you're my freaking hero, man. I keep telling you. I always rave about you. This is so amazing. What I wanted to ask you is, back then in Europe, in that part of Europe, was the food mainly GMO or was it more natural?